What's going on, guys? Thank you for watching JGTechBlog, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a comparison between the ZTE Avid Plus and the LG K7. These are the two newest phones from Metro PCS and the newest on the market. First of all, I'm going to compare the body and then the hardware or the software of the phones. The ZTE Avid Plus actually weighs more than the LG K7, yet it has a smaller screen to body ratio than the LG K7. This is 66% screen to body ratio, while this is only 65% screen to body ratio. The display is both identical on both phones. This is a 5-inch screen, and this is also a 5-inch screen, rocking a 196 pixels per inch for both phones. So the resolution is supposed to be the same, but if you look at the phones in reality, they actually look way more vivid on the LG K7 compared to the ZTE Avid Plus. This looks way more bright and has more natural colors than the ZTE Avid. In terms of hardware, they are both the same. This has a 1.1 GHz quad-core processor, while the LG K7 is also rocking a 1.1 GHz quad-core processor. But once we look at the memory, that's when we start seeing a difference. The LG K7 has a 1.5 random access memory, giving it way more speed once you're using it and less lag, while the ZTE Avid only has a 1 GB of random access memory. In terms of the internal memory, they both have 8 GB. Let's see how much they have been used though, because usually the operating system will use more space than another. So let's go ahead and go to storage. The total space is 8 GB on both phones, but the available space here is only 3 GB, while this one has 4.15 GB left on the phone. So you'll have actually more internal memory to start with the LG K7 compared to the ZTE Avid Plus. Let's go ahead and look at the camera. So this is rocking a 5 megapixel camera in the back, and this is also rocking a 5 megapixel camera in the back. This has a 5 megapixel front facing camera, while the ZTE Avid has only 2 megapixel front facing camera. They both have removable batteries in the back. The ZTE Avid has a 23 milliamp battery, and the LG K7 has a 2045 milliamp battery. But for some reason, when I was looking at the specs on the LG website, the LG is supposed to last you longer. On standby time, I think it was 13 days on standby time, which is pretty insane. But let's go ahead and look at the main feature that I think is the most and makes the biggest difference, which is the price. This is currently going for $49, while the ZTE Avid is going for $29.99. But if you take my advice, I would definitely, without a doubt, go for the LG K7. For the screen, I know the specs in terms of the specs, they somehow come like as a draw, but if you really look at the phones itself, in reality, this is a much better phone in terms of the camera quality. In terms of the front facing camera is a 5 megapixel, while this is a 2 megapixel. The screen resolution, I'm not sure if it actually shows on the camera right here, but it's much more clear, while this seems a little bit more grainy. So if you do have a couple more bucks to spend, I would definitely say go with the LG K7 over the ZTE Avid Plus. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video or this helped you make a decision on which phone you want, don't forget to give this a thumbs up. I will also be doing a full review of all the phones that Metro PCS is currently selling. That includes the Core Prime, the Galaxy Grand, the ZTE Avid, the LG K7, the LG Stylo, and all the rest of the phones. To not miss out on the video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll also have a link of that video in the description below.